I'm Laura, and today we are unboxing Dune, The War for Arrakis. So just looking at the cover here, this is really cool. I'm gonna admit I've never read Dune. I'm very interested in reading it. I've never seen any of the films, but I've always thought it's really neat the way that the title is. It's something that can be flipped over, and it says the same thing both ways. There's a term for that word, or for what that is. I can't think of what it is right now, but they even did that with the art here on the cover. You can see it both ways. It's showing two different factions here on the front, and War for Arrakis is underneath the title. It's pretty cool. We get a pretty good preview here on the back of what we're going to be seeing in here, and a nice preview of our character art featured in the game. This is a very nice size, hefty box. So when you order your copy from Game Nerds, you're going to be getting it in a little bit bigger box to make sure that we get it all wrapped up just right to get to you safely. But why don't we dive in here? I've got... Let's get in here. So, got the... Glad I got it. There we go. Here comes the shrink off. And we've got a lot to look at here because since it's such an epic game, we're going to have a lot of miniatures in here and quite a large map that they're playing on. So here we go. Box comes off. Voila. Right here from the beginning, we've got, free CMON content. Get it here. I'm sorry you cannot copy this my QR code. Sure you'll get some with your own copy. And here's our rule book. This is really nice and hefty, so I know that there's going to be lots of explanation in here that will really help out. It's even got the branded Legendary Pictures logo, so we know that we're going to be trying to go for like the way that the movies look as far as maybe even character looks. It's really trying to mimic the movies. Wow, our table of contents here, it spans 2 pages. So we know that we're going to get lots of details in here. I even see the way that some of these are headed. Worm signs, and sandworms is its own little category here in the table of contents. We've got special rules for a 3 to 4 player mode. All sorts of really great details already showing up there in the table of contents. So we know that this rule book is going to be very helpful. And then our diagrams of all of the beautiful things we're going to get to see right here in this unboxing. This is going to be insane. And just even looking at this and learning more about this before we get started has really piqued my interest. I'm ready to see the movies now. Like I said, I'm interested in the books. So this is really cool. Look at how massive that is. And that is what we're going to be playing the game on. So all of that is contained within this box. No wonder it's so big. Am I right? Huge. All right. So we've got all sorts of different details in here, even diagrams of correct things to do in the game. That's always very helpful, and I always personally appreciate finding that. Let's move on and see what's in here next. All right, we've got like our punch boards and our player aids, it looks like. Can I do it without the knife? I think not. Let's just try nicking the corner there. There we go. And one thing I always like to test too with the punch boards is, has it been perforated enough? Have the pieces been perforated enough that when we're punching them out, they're not going to rip? I hate when that happens, of the top layer of paper rips on the pieces, causing, like those little tears, and they hang up whenever you're drawing them, stuff like that. Always gets on my nerves. So we're going to test that here in this unboxing as well. All right, so these are a little bit thinner than what I expected them to be. Oh, the spice must flow. I know that at least. I don't know much about Dune, but I do know about that quote. So, or I recognize that quote. But I do really like the iconography here. It's very clear. I believe this is showing you about each of the different kinds of ship. I think from what I heard, this is like a mining ship, a spice mining ship. So I think this is going to have to do with mining the spice, it looks like. We have player aids, so I'm guessing this is having to do with your factions and everything that's going to happen with them. Very cool iconography here, and we've got the different takes on the colors. That's really neat. You can see on the back, like they're both on the red team, talking about teams in a game about like people fighting for their lives. Okay. We've got this. This is our green team. I do not know how to pronounce this name, but it sounds very cool and sci-fi. And even more generalized for both of those, the red and the green. And then our green for the two sets, we've got the green and the black. So it looks like we've got like allies to go with each one. So maybe that's how you factor in your additional third and fourth players, is you get an ally for whichever side that you're on. All right, and now we are to the punch board. This is one single punch board. That's all we have to punch out. So not that many cardboard tokens here. Let's see how they punch. Nice and clean. We love to see it. Whoop! I'm really good. Here, let's see how far I can launch it. Y'all ready? Love it. Hey, we got to make this fun somehow, you guys. That's awesome. So, yes. Oh, and those came out so clean. Look at those edges. Very nice. So, we love a clean punch. Thank you. Come on, games with that. Next, here we go. This is what you have all been waiting for. These are our minis. What I've noticed about this is it even tells you on the box here, look on the bottom for how to lay out the tray. So look at the bottom for the guide, and it shows you how to put all of your pieces back in. Isn't that so awesome? It's very helpful when they do that. I always appreciate that. They even name, oh, sorry, let me flip that over for y'all to see better. They even put the names of all of the different pieces so you know exactly what they are and where they need to go in your insert. So great and helpful. So love that. So let's pop this open and see what we have. So you saw in the diagram, we have 3 layers in here of minis. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Wow. The detail on these is incredible. Beautiful. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I mean, as much as it looks great, even just like that, I'm sure painting it will look amazing, but all on its own, that is awesome. That armor detail, wow. And let's see, here's one more real quick view. Oh my gosh. Absolutely awesome. Love it. That is amazing. All right, included in this first tray, we have cards for each side. Let's feel how these cards are. I'll only open one deck because I'm sure the other deck will pretty much be similar as far as the feel. But so we don't have a linen finish on these. These are the smoother satin finish type. And they aren't your standard card size. I'm seeing they feel somewhat skinnier. So you're not gonna, if you're going to sleeve these, we might need to look around at what kind of sleeves we're going to use for these, because that's thinner, or it's not as wide as an American standard. So be careful when picking out your sleeves. Custom dice. Love that. Oh, look at all of those. Dice are my favorite. They have always been one of my favorite components in a game. Love that. Let's just toss them in there. They'll go back in the bag eventually. Don't hate on me. We'll put them in there later. I'm trying to get through this for you guys. Okay. Oh, I heard something. Was that a sandworm? We'll get to those in a minute. Here are our red minis. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. Quite an imposing figure here. Wow. I really like this one. This is pretty cool. Oh my gosh, the detail in there. That's incredible. I love especially how they're showing, I would imagine, because this is out in like a desert space. There's tons of wind. Everybody's cloaks are moving with the wind with the way that they've sculpted these minis. That's really cool. But let's go to what you've all been waiting for here. We've got sandworms in here. Look at this. Oh, man. Ah! That is terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. It's going to get you. Wow. These are, and they're good and hefty. They're not flimsy. Like this is the real deal stuff. We also have a lot of ships here. So like we were seeing on that one diagram that said the spice must flow. We've got these ships that have the clear standy thing for them so that you can kind of pretend they're flying. I like that. That's pretty cool. This is a really cool, unique design for a ship too. That is so neat. Awesome. Love that. There are more. Look at this guy. Let's put him on a standy thing too. He makes me think of there's those bugs that go on the water, they're not puddle jumper, but they skip along the water. Look at that guy. That's so neat. Awesome. And then we also have these kind of tank things here. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I would hate having to go up against that in a war. All right, now, underneath all of that, we have our board. So I showed you on the back of the box what our board looks like. Let's get it out. Watch this. That is all the board. So let's break in and let's see this thing. Okay. Don't cut towards myself, cut away. I always have to remind myself, like when you have to say out loud all the time, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, that's what I have to do. Cut away with the knife. Don't cut towards you. Whatever it takes to stay safe. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Man, this is good. Good, hefty, good, thick cardboard, so it's not going to warp so much. Definitely love to see that. Here we go. This is half of your game board. Half. What? The table presence with this is massive. Oh my gosh. I'm glad we've got this Jasper. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad we've got the Jasper table out so that this thing can fit on here. It would not have fit on our old table. Let's go for the other half now. Oh man. Lots of terrain mapped out on here is really cool. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is huge. Wow. I'm having to stack it. Okay, get the trays out. Get the trays out. Okay. Oh. That is, oh my gosh. There we go. Everything lines up perfectly without trays underneath. It lays so nice and flat. There are games that we've had for years that still don't lay flat. This is immediately laying flat, and I love it. Very nice. very well detailed, marking out like lines of delineation to show you like the different regions and whatnot, and the terrains, and how you've got to cross these different paths. This is incredible. Very clear iconography on here that contrasts well with the colors, so it's not confusing or it won't blend in, or even just like as the years go by and colors can fade sometimes. This looks like this was printed well with that in mind, so that you will always be able to tell which way you're going and where you're going. So really love to see that. So I didn't know Arrakis was so big. But it certainly is, and can make it for a great time here. Having a war for spice, I guess. That's all. That's the limit of my knowledge of Dune, is it's a war for spice. That's all I know. That's an easy way to boil it down. But that's everything that comes in a box of Dune War for Arrakis, and you can get your copy at GameNerds.com.